Coming to, yes, sorry to cut you off, but coming to the uh, vibe coding, I've heard that vibe coding is sort of where just go to the flow state or your flow state. So flow state is where you don't care about what's the time and you even forget about eating and drinking a water. Flow state means you just go with the flow and don't worry about how you
Perfect.
where are you taking the code, but just go wherever you find something, you are trying that out. Let's say for some source you find something, some solution A, then from other source you find solution B, then you just continue applying that uh, and trial and error kind of thing. Isn't it related to that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a very another perspective to define that. Yeah, you can say that. That's also defined as vibe coding. So amount of vibe coding in all the areas of software development has increased. Obviously, it has. Right. So there is a meme going on the internet that everyone is vibe coding on the production, and that's why some of the major outages we have seen in couple of months. You must be knowing some AWS outages, then followed by
Yeah,
cloud.
recently,
Yeah, Cloudflare
yeah,
outage.
Cloudflare also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cloudflare outage and all stuff like those. And
So many.
I mean, they were directly not related to vibe coding, but I mean, you are if you have got a new intern and he's is probably if you have got new intern in this AI era, he's probably doing vibe coding in your whatever code base or project you have assigned him. I mean, definitely he's gonna do that.
For sure, yeah, it will be used by so many people.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, as you said, it's not reliable. It's very risky for organization as well, right? It
Yep.
is. It is very risky. So I mean, one funny post I saw on the internet was like, if if your site has Cloudflare installed, what you can do is when you have some server error from your side, you can just show uh, Cloudflare internal server error, and it looks like there is some issue from Cloudflare, but it's actually not.
Okay. Okay.
So the issue is in your server, and you just show this particular template, this one. So people thinks it's Cloudflare error, but it's actually your error, this one. So yeah, people are doing that also. So so many people are doing that to get away with credibility or accountability for their organization. I mean, it's a you can
Yeah.
save a few of customers trust level with that.
Yes. Finding quite of a escape.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of escape. And yeah, I mean, outages are fine, they happen, right? But one of the biggest flaws in React JS, which is JavaScript framework basically, for the front end, as you might have seen the post in our Video Geeks blog post. In React JS, the flight protocol which sends the server payload, which delivers your server payload, it has a flaw where the object parsing is not being checked by its sibling. So now that particular flaw was discovered recently, and it followed another two vulnerability bugs that so many people are now
Oh
running away
yeah.
from
Yep.
server side rendering.
Yeah, actually, recently one of the projects that in my company that people are working, they have seen this vulnerability and they are trying to upgrade the framework that they are using for front ends. Recently, we ran into the same issue, this vulnerability that you are showcasing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not a small. I mean, the solution is very simple. Just upgrade the your React version or your Next.js version. But this is a really, there are millions of applications, React.js, Next.js, government applications running on production live, and then there is this bug where an attacker can send any command he wants, right, anytime. It's really bad, which is really bad, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so after finding out that, they other security experts sit down and they were figuring out how this can be broken again, after the fix. So after 2 days they found another two vulnerabilities, and they gave fix
Oh
for
my
that
God.
one as well. And they said, you have to upgrade your React.js or Next.js application immediately.
Okay. Okay. So, is this the recent
Yeah,
bugs that were
yeah,
found?
they are very
Those were
recent.
found.
Since we are talking about it, let's actually go and check them. You can see the screen, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
I
So,
think
all of these are in recent React versions, or recently React got a new update and
yeah.
all the
Let
vulnerabilities got resolved.
Yeah, let's go through it. So on the December 3rd, as you see on the screen, this is a critical security vulnerability in React components. So this is the original,
Oh,
this original scary vulnerability that was found initially. So in one liner, it is like, there is an unauthenticated remote code execution, means anyone can uh, run any command they want remotely in your application, in your server, when it
oh,
integrates several components. And they just say one thing: we recommend upgrading immediately. So if you are in version this, you are vulnerable to that.
React.js.
Yeah, yeah, in the React.js. So what you have to do is just run a bunch of these commands and get to the latest version of it. So this was the December 3rd, right? When what's the name of the
First
person?
time.
Yeah, yeah, when the first uh, this vulnerability was found. Now after a few days, as you see, December 11th, another two uh, vulnerabilities were found, which is denial of service and source code exposure, right? They found two more bugs in that, in the React server component flight protocol. And now,
Okay,
which updates to, if you have this version, you need to upgrade it to this.
immediately.
Yeah, these three
What
versions.
is the latest version for React?
Yeah, this one. It's 19, but it's
9.
19.2, as you
Okay,
see in the top left
okay. But
head.
that's the major minor upgrade. Sorry, patch update.
Yeah, patch update. You have to be using one of these three to be, then only you are secure.
Okay, okay. So now we can't even trust the authors of the protocols or the frameworks that are already existed for a long
For
back.
years, for years.
Yeah, for years actually.
I mean, traditionally we have front end and back end, right? So what happened traditionally, if you remember? Only back end, only back end is allowed to access database, isn't it?
Okay.
So only backend is
Yes.
allowed to, let's say front end wants some value, okay, you have to go through backend first, then only you can access database. Now what they come up with a few years ago, when this server component thing, where they discovered it, they also allowed front end, a part of front end, to,
To be rendered at server
yeah,
side,
yeah, to
right?
request any data from database directly, right? That's where the react server component, or react server component or server rendering comes, right? You can access the database from the front
Directly.
end, yeah, from the front end directly. And after these many years, I mean, they are founding this, so many applications, or so many government applications are being attacked, as soon as the released, as soon as they found out that this is vulnerable. Some Chinese
So,
nexus industry started attacking so many sites.
do we have any report for those? I mean,
Yeah,
all those attacks that.
yeah, we have. So AWS actually have published one blog regarding that Chinese nexus. Yeah. So as you see, this blog is from 4th December. So as you see the first line,
Uh,
within hours of public disclosure of this vulnerability, React to Shell on December 3rd, Amazon threat intelligence teams observed active exploitation attempt by multiple China state nexus threat groups. So
OMG.
they found out it's vulnerable.
They
They just, I mean, since it's used by millions of people, not that many people were going to upgrade their React over the night. I
obviously,
mean, it takes
obviously,
time,
it,
right?
it, it is not a one day. Yeah, it's not a one day change. It's not immediate change actually.
Yeah, it takes time. It of course takes time, and that's why in so many places the attacks have been started, or maybe going on right now as well. No one knows.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the report.
Actually, we had a notification from in our company where I work.
Mm-hmm.
So we just had a notification on last Wednesday, I guess, and we upgraded all of our applications on uh, before Friday. Actually, before Friday, we upgraded all of those, and I never knew that this is very such a big vulnerabilities, and this is this has been exploited a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you are a security
I
company,
have,
so you have to. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, so many even so many security companies are using React, and if that React is not secure, then there's no meaning of all other securities.
yeah. One thing I also wanted to confirm, all the front-end frameworks, this Next.js and all the other, all of those are based on React.js. Is it true
Yeah,
or
yeah,
I'm not sure.
it's based on React.js.
Case all of them are vulnerable if we
Yeah,
are
yeah,
using
yeah.
any other.
So if I show you the Next.js website, so they are also yeah, saying that since we are built on top of the React.js, so if you see, you can see in the header, it's written security advisory for React
Okay,
to Shell. Since
okay,
Next.js
okay.
is
So
it's built on top of the React, it's always vulnerable for Next.js or anything built on React.js. So they are
how many
also,
other? Yeah, correct, correct.
yeah. So
So
they
I
are
have
also.
one question. How many other front-end frameworks that are based on top of React.js?
So one liner answer would be any.
Everything.
No, 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 no. Anything that uses React server component uh, as its fundamental. So any package.
Okay.
So let's say Next.js. Think of Next.js as a package. Okay, so which is built from
Okay.
React.js. Okay, so anything that uses React server components fundamentals and makes a package. So you download packages from npm, right? So any package that
Yes.
includes that React server component as fundamental, it is always vulnerable to this bug. And if you have just installed it, you are not using it. Let's say you hit npm I next.js or any other package that fundamentally has that React server component thing. If you just installed it, it still affects your application whether you use it or not. It's clearly written in this blog somewhere. Let me quickly show you. Whether you are using it or not, it's affected. So that's why they're only saying one thing: don't wait and upgrade your application right away. Yeah, so it's bad, man. It's really, really bad for something like this, which is used by millions of applications every single day.
So do
I mean,
you do
think
you
about it.
think
So many people would be learning React server component for the first time right now, and they see this in the headlines. I mean, what? And and
yeah,
there is no other option. I mean, nothing is as good as this React or Next.js. You have to learn it.
yeah.
You say.
So do you think that this what do you say vibe coding might have be the cause of this, or these are recent upgrades that got vulnerable, or what is the scenario?
So the broader idea would be, I mean, we know right now, right, that so many. I mean, let me just say one thing. There is a certain number. There is a certain amount of percentage of vibe coding in production that is actually happening right now for many products, for
Agree
many
that
startups. It's actually, as we are talking right now on December 14th, as we are talking, so many of vibe coding is already happening, isn't it? A new technology is being developed. It's already happening as we talk. So in future, a day will come when there is some very bad or dangerous bug which was led by the vibe coding.
correct.
I'm not saying this is because of vibe coding, but it will increase for sure just because of this
Yep.
method. And AI is obviously good. I mean, it is finding so many good security pathways which some of the developers couldn't find. It's good, but you don't have to trust it too much.
Yeah,
You don't have to trust it too
correct.
much.
I also agree. So for quick debugging and if you want to find the solutions, how many possible ways you can solve, or just to guide you along the path for any of the tasks, that might be good. But completely relying on it, that's a bad choice.
Exactly.
You
um
will
yeah, here it is. Even if your app does not implement any React server function endpoints, it may be still vulnerable if your app just only supports React server components, even if you do not implement it. And if
then
it's
that's
just
so
supports,
dangerous.
that's why. And so many people would
Okay.
be pissed off by this. They were even not even using it, and just had something installed which actually supports React server components, and it's vulnerable. Oh my god.
Okay. So people who are using and read this and watching this, just
Yeah,
upgrade
just
your
upgrade to, yeah, yeah,
packages
yeah,
and
yeah. And yeah, the I mean, big organizations are already moving towards doing something great, which is AAIF, Agentic AI Foundation. So let me show you the big names, big members of this: AWS, Anthropic, Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, Cloudflare. What they are doing is
what is this?
they are standardizing how AI is getting into all of all the areas basically. I mean, right? AI is everywhere now. So there should be a
Yep, yep.
standard. There should be some legal procedures. There should be some, uh, no one can. Let's say there is some startup, and they are a banking startup, and they built their website with vibe coding. That should not be allowed,
Okay.
right? So something like that. So they are making standard regulations which will probably help and build some good stuff. So governments also might be supporting this in the future as well, once they have developed a good foundation of how AI should work and how it should involve in industries.
Okay. Nice.
Yep.
So they have some legal procedures or just the rules that we need to follow?
I mean, they don't disclose it because
Okay. So still, it's just on paper stuff.
yeah, they are on paper, on might be they have roadmap ready, or just they are planning to do something like that.
Great, great, great. I think that's a very great step towards protecting
Actually,
your
this
application.
do you know SAP? This
Uh, a little bit.
they also had some serious bug. Let me. Is there any blog section here? They also had some serious bug going on. I'm not sure they would post it in their site, but I think yeah, it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. I mean, technically, I don't know what this is, but you can see the CVSS is 9.9. Means out of 10, this is 9.9 severity measurement. This means upgrade immediately. They
There
had
is
all.
also code injection vulnerability.
Yeah, it's also coordination vulnerability. Yeah, and it's the recent one from the December.
Right, right.
Yeah, not many people use SAP, but it's for AI. So
Nice. I mean, not nice, but
yeah, I mean that's it. Anything from your side?
uh, yeah, I would like to say that if you're using AI, that's very good because we need to adapt with the technology. Because if we won't use it, we will be, you know, left behind. But we need to be, for sure, be more cautious when we are using it for professional use or personal use, both ways. So yeah, that's from my side.
Yeah, I mean both percentages are required, human and AI. We also want to automate things, but we also want to monitor things they are automating. So that should be human intervention as well. Like customer wouldn't care if the thing is made from AI or a human. They would care it works. Right? So it could be 90% AI or 10% human. It could be 99% AI or 1% human, but never leave 100% on AI. That's it.
100% true. Yeah.
Okay, then. See you.
Yep.